This week, a new study confirms what many before it have shown, that too much sugar in your diet can have a bitter impact on your health. But one man's on a mission to sweeten up that sour news, a candy crusader, capitalizing on America's $30 billion sweet tooth. He's making it sexy to indulge, a sort of James Bond of bonbons. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis went down to Florida to meet this modern-day Willy Wonka.
If you could turn a little bit this way.
Final countdown. 3 days until the grand opening of the latest It's Sugar store, and it's time to dress the mannequins. But instead of a trendy line from American Eagle or Abercrombie, these ladies will be sporting candy couture.
These are actually real jelly beans.
Of course, eye-catching candy couture. If you can see a little resemblance to a Victoria's Secret model,
We have anything for her hands.
that's a key part of the strategy.
It's good to go.
The candy store chain wants to sell you sweets the way Victoria's Secret sells you lingerie in its ads. A little cheeky, a little rebellious, and with a lot of flair.
Sour bananas are great for your cereal in the morning.
The stores are the brainchild of Jeff Rubin,
Like a kid in a candy store. Like myself
self-described
on the wall.
chief
But,
gummy
You
bear.
know, she depicts kind of what our brand is, tongue-in-cheek. You know, she's obviously in detention.
It's about like being rebellious, but not too bad.
Exactly.
Selling candy isn't exactly a new idea, but it's a $30 billion market in the United States, which is why Rubin has decided the way to get his share is attitude.
What made you go for that Victoria's Secret brand of marketing?
We've seen junior retailers do it, you know, successfully. There were two ways to play it. I mean, you could just disguise it, or it's what it is. You know, where it's sugar. We're fun, we're cheeky, we're irreverent.
It's an overwhelming experience. Nearly 8,000 different edible items for sale in each store, ranging from the old-fashioned standbys to random Japanese fruit candy to 26 supersized versions of those all-time favorite sweets, like this gigantic box of Nerds. At 3,120 calories, it contains about as many calories as 6 Big Macs.
So what do you think Mayor Bloomberg would say about this?
There's a big difference between borrowing a 32-ounce soda and a gift that you could take home, eat a little. You could spend a year eating this if you want.
It's a distinction Rubin preaches emphatically.
You should be the one that decides how much you want. You could have one little gummy bear, or you could want 100 gummy bears. It should be your choice.
President Obama's wife, you have Mayor Bloomberg, a lot of very high-level public officials coming out and leading this fight against obesity and trying to ban things with a lot of sugar in them. Did it seem at all like a risky proposition to do a company entirely based on sugar?
But I don't believe that sugar stands for, you know, giving huge amounts of sugar, you know, to children. But if that child, you know, wants to have a few gummy bears or wants to have, you know, something while he watches a movie and have a little box of Raisinets, then he should be entitled to and you know, and have fun. There's nothing wrong with candy. It's not a bad word.
If big's not your bag, then there's always celebrity. A Marilyn Monroe line, 17 magazine tie-in, Sugar Pova gumballs. Yep, as in tennis player Maria Sharapova.
She went crazy for it. She loved it, and it was fresh and different. It's sugar's goal is to, you know, to be out there one day. You'll say you're not famous unless you have your own candy line.
There's talk a rock star icon may soon be appearing in the stores.
It involves a huge pop star. It involves there's a deceased pop star who was the king. Hint, hint.
And Rubin has his eye on today's stars as well.
Who would you kill to work with? What celebrity?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Miss Candy. So who knows?
So we might see her in here someday.
Who knows?
She wrote a song about candy, didn't she?
She sure did. She sure did.
Always paying close attention to who and what are hot.
Sharks are really popular right now, so obviously we have our own shark attack. Hooked on You, great white gummy shark.
I love how you say obviously buy. Like, it's a given if something is hot, it's in your store. You're making a candy version.
We try to stay ahead of the trend and grab it early.
Even though the name is It's Sugar, more than 2,000 different gift items vie for attention with the giant Rice Krispie treats.
You have headphones, you have iPhone covers. You're not just selling candy here.
No, we're actually one of the ultimate gift stores. Candy attracts everybody in.
They told them it's $6.48.
Surprisingly, sales are relatively modest.
What's in your bag?
Gummy bears and sweet fish. And Coke.
$3, not even.
The company is opening stores almost as fast as you can get a sugar high. 60 by the end of this year, 100 at the end of 2014. In all the expansion, no detail is too small for Ruben to weigh in on in his daily meetings with employees.
I mean, you want it lit. How is Radio City coming along? You got the layout. The good thing is the sun goes this way, not this way, not this way.
At the same time, prodding the staff to push the envelope.
Society has a lot of rules, right? And we are the rules breaker.
So with Christmas coming, it's only natural he's thinking big.
I want to come up with kind of a new gifted chocolate bar. Okay? Not the small, $2.99 one, right? But this one would be more of a gift, $9.99. It could be a half a pound.
Meetings are fueled by a never-ending supply of fresh fruit. Of course not.
You are what you eat. And who wants to be a Brussels sprout? Yeah? Oh.
And how much candy do you eat a week?
I can't. I don't know if I can answer
But you're all in a world where the word sugar is often paired with the words bad for you. Ruben and his rebellious band of employees think that's a natural selling point.
You're the enabler,
We are the enabler, exactly.
and sugar is the vice.
Yes, sugar is the vice in a good way. You're told how many glasses of water you need to drink. You're told how many hours of sleep you need. And you're also told how much sugar is the right intake for you. And so we like to poke fun at not just sugar, but all of society's rules in a fun-hearted, good-hearted way.
Of course, there is a small section for sugar-free over in that back corner. For Nightline, I'm Rebecca Jarvis in Deerfield Beach, Florida.